iPhones, iPads, MacBooks, and Watch. Apple comes out with new products every year, and as always, the numbers are staggering. But have you ever tried to understand and tear apart the numbers and understand at a more granular level how the progress has been made? Well, today I want to explain how Apple is now producing its own custom silicon called the M1 and how it reached this position. But why fruit flies? In the book The Innovator's Dilemma, it is said that people who study genetics avoid studying humans. They instead study fruit flies. Why? Because fruit flies are conceived, born, mature, and die all within the same day. I'll be using that book to explain the concepts contained in this video. Most new technologies foster improved product performance. These are called sustaining technologies. They improve the performance of established products along the dimensions of performance which are valued by mainstream customers in the major markets. Occasionally, however, disruptive technologies emerge. These technologies offer worse off product performance, at least in the short term. But these technologies, while underperforming, are adopted by the fringe users since they are simpler, cheaper, smaller, and more convenient to use. The trajectories are such that a disruptive technology, while it may be underperforming today compared to market demand, may be fully performance competitive in the near future. In the book, it is given almost as a cautionary word that if you blindly follow the advice, keep close to your customers, it can be disastrous. Steve Jobs famously said that Apple does not conduct customer surveys before launching new products. A firm's capabilities can also be its disabilities. Values and processes are not flexible. Please understand that the values which enable an employee to prioritize projects to develop high margin products cannot be simultaneously used to develop low margin products. Now let us take an example of BlackBerry. Firms fear the cannibalization of their products and don't launch disruptive technologies. When established firms wait until a technology has developed and become commercially mature in its application and only launch a product as a response to an attack on their home market, then their fear of cannibalization becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. Now see this. The established firms view down market and the entrants view up market, and both their views are asymmetrical. Unattractive margins and market size seem unfavorable to the established firm, whereas for the entrants, the potential volumes and margins in the upscale, high performance market above them are highly attractive. Customers eventually embrace the new architecture. Why? Because of the newfound capacity, speed, size, and simplicity, making them cheaper, faster, and more reliable. Let's talk some numbers, and I'll show you with the help of some graphs how Apple has achieved its astounding success. Now these are the Geekbench 5 single-threaded scores for Apple's previous flagships. I have shown the percentage increase that the chips have gained over the previous year. As you can see, iPhone 12 Pro Max with a score of 1591 has gained 20.25% over the previous years. You can see the numbers for the rest of the flagships over the previous years. And these are the Geekbench 5 multi-threaded scores for Apple's previous flagships. Again, I have shown the percentage increase that the chips have gained over the previous year. You can see iPhone 12 Pro Max with a score of 4106 and a gain of 23.89% over the previous year. You can see the numbers for the rest of the flagships as well. Now if you recall, I had said earlier that the trajectories of disruptive technologies are such that they can progress faster than market demand, and hence they may underperform today in comparison to user demand but can be fully performance competitive in the same market later. Now see these two charts in juxtaposition. One shows the progress of Apple's A series in-house built chips and Intel's desktop chips, along with the graph showing how disruptive technologies behave. What do you think? So how does Apple do it and stay innovative at all times? There are essentially 4 principles behind this. Let's discuss them. First, align a disruptive innovation with the right customers. Second, when commercializing disruptive technologies, find or develop new markets that value the attributes of the disruptive technology. Now I want to give a small example and pause the conversation for a bit. At the time of its launch, Google was the 23rd search engine in the market. But what was it that they did which was completely disruptive? All the search engines like Alta Vista at the time were showing a lot of ads, which resulted in a long loading time. But what Google did was it completely removed all the ads from the home page, which resulted in faster load times and was revolutionary at the time. Third, fail early and inexpensively through an iterative process of trial and error. Now another example. The famous like button which we see all over on social media was founded as a result of a hackathon at Facebook. Fourth, utilize some of the resources of the mainstream organization but not its processes and values. Just a quick example. When Instagram was acquired by Facebook, the Facebook team did not impose any values and processes on the Instagram team. Rather, they were allowed to remain as a separate entity in the Facebook network. Alright, so that brings us to the end of the video. I hope it was insightful. Now if you've watched till the end, please do consider subscribing for more such content. It really helps out the channel. Alright, I'll see you in the next video. See you.